Tell me your story.
Welcome to the Four Stories Podcast, where we discuss the four stories that shape your legacy. The story of your father, the story of his father, the story of you, and the story of your children. My name's Walt Vieira. I'll be your host. Tell me your story.
Tell me your story. I'm here to hear.
Welcome. If this is your first time pressing play, I am really glad you're here. My name's Walt Vieira, and this is Four Stories. This is a podcast of Men's Impact Ministry. This isn't another 10 steps on how to be a better man type show. It's something much simpler. It's real men telling the four stories that every one of us carries, whether we've ever said them out loud or not. The story of your father, what he left you, what he couldn't leave you, and what that's still doing inside of you today. The story of his father, the grandfather that you knew or barely knew, the strengths and weaknesses that down the line have made their way to you. The story of you, who you really are when the masks come off, where to get your identity. What is it you're struggling with to still believe in about yourself? The story of your children, that thing that you're still writing with your kids right now, their story, the legacy that you're building for them, one ordinary day at a time. Those four stories. That's the heartbeat of this podcast. We wanted to create a safe place for all these stories to be told. We feel the weight of those stories. We understand the patterns. And we wonder if we're repeating something that we swore to ourselves that we would never repeat. But we rarely either say that to another man. But here we do say it. We don't say it perfectly. We don't get it right all the time. We don't have all the answers. But we say it honestly, with the scriptures open, with grace on the table, and with a conviction that if one man tells his story, it can inspire 10 more to do the same thing. Sometimes you'll hear a story of a man whose father hurt him deeply, who wounded him, who hurt him, and he's just trying to make something redemptive out of what was left to him. You might hear a story of someone who had a great father, and he's just trying to start his own fatherhood story. These guys aren't superheroes. They're just regular guys. They're just trying to tell their story. Everybody has a story to tell. But the one thing that's for sure, when someone tells their story, something shifts. You realize that you're not alone when you ask that question. You realize that you're not crazy for feeling that ache. There's a path forward, and sometimes it usually starts with somebody going first. So if you're not ready to tell your story, that's okay. You can just listen. And that's okay. Let the Holy Spirit stir something in you that maybe something you've been waiting to tell for a long time. So because it's quite evident here at Men's Impact Ministry that when people tell their story, lives change, marriages get healed, kids get a different kind of dad, generational chains break, and guys who feel invisible start to feel like they belong. That's what this podcast is for. So subscribe and tell me your story. So until then, know this, that your story matters. It's not too messy. It's not too late. You don't have to be alone carrying that anymore. I'm here to hear. So I'll see you on the next one.
Tell me your story. I'm here to hear. Through joy and heartache, laughter and tears. Call me now, don't let it fade. Your father's story deserves to stay.